Yo, it's your boy Straight Boss over here from Straight Smoke Gaming. It's Friday. Happy Friday, everyone. And here on the channel, we cover GTA 5 Online. And what we like to do, what we prefer to do, is yay or nays. If you're not familiar with that, it's a series of videos where we go ahead and take a vehicle that is on sale on the given week. We go ahead and pick one out, and we give a thumbs up or thumbs down as to whether or not we think it is worth the sale price. Okay, this week we did have some aircraft, as this is going to be the same for next week too, as we're in a 2-week period here before the summer DLC hits later in July. But we had the Molotov. We did the Molotov roughly about a year ago. So if you're interested in the Molotov, go ahead and check the link in the description. I'm a big fan of the Molotov. It's actually my favorite plane in the game, and it does not go on sale very often, so keep that in mind. But if you want to learn more about that, go ahead and check the link in the description. So what we were down to was the Bombushka or the P-45 Nokota, and we chose to go with the P-45 Nokota for our yay or nay. So that's what we're going to be discussing, and it is a single player plane. You can't haul your buddies in this, not even one. It's just one person. And this is not a Pegasus vehicle. You will need to store this in your hangar, so keep that in mind if you don't have a hangar. I don't even know if it'll let you purchase it if you don't have a hangar, honestly. That's a good question. If you know the answer to that, go ahead and comment that. But you can see here, the price that you're seeing, that's with the trade price, almost $4 million. If you don't have the trade price, it's going to be $1.8 million. In order to get that trade price, you need to complete 39 air freight missions from your hangar in order to get the trade price. So keep that in mind. There, it does have countermeasures. I like to use chaff on my Mark II anyway, but when it comes to aircraft, I prefer to use the flares. So, but you can go ahead and choose what you have. I just really wanted to show that it does offer countermeasures. And also, I want to thank the guy that commented on our Molotov yay or nay. Speaking of the Molotov yay or nay, because I was curious as to what these drop tanks were when you could add them on planes, and I didn't see the purpose of them. But we did have someone comment and include me in that the drop tanks are there to help balance out the plane for stability in rough weather or windy conditions, rain and whatnot. And this is a lighter plane, so I highly recommend getting them. The Nokota is probably one of the lightest planes, in the game, so the wind will move this plane around a little bit. So I do recommend getting the drop tanks for this fighter plane. But moving on to the weapons, this comes with a machine gun, which I was like, yeah, but more on the machine gun later in the video. And it does come with missiles, and then you can choose to also purchase homing missiles as well. I chose to go ahead and get homing missiles as well, so I have 3 options: homing, non-homing, and the machine gun. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and be testing those out here a little bit later, more on those missiles and machine guns here in a minute or two. But we're going to go ahead and do a speed test like we always do. It's just me and Orb Smoke on this one. So he's in his Hydra, I'm in the Nokota, and we're going to go ahead and do a speed test, see who's faster. I think the Jet's going to win, right? I mean, it kind of has to. Obviously, I'm going to get a, well, yeah, okay. And there's a redo there. Good old Orb Smoke didn't know how to take his Hydra out of hover mode. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and take 2 on this. There we go. Alright, now that I clued him in on what to do, we're going to go ahead and do a speed test. We're pretty much racing down to the airport down at the bottom of the map. And I'm expecting to take the lead there, which the Nokota does, especially if you're starting out of hover mode with a Hydra. But the Hydra is a jet, it should be quicker, so that's what I was expecting. We did go ahead and race a couple times. We switched spots, and I was in the Hydra, and I took off out of jet mode, no hover mode, and I did eventually catch the Nokota in that race. So, but out of hover mode, this thing's going to beat... I was impressed by the speed. I didn't think this thing had the speed to compete with the jets in the game. So, yeah, that was impressive. So, I was pleasantly surprised by that. So, it's got that going for it. Okay, now time to battle. Here, orb smoke. You can see here, I actually flew into a missile because we were going head on at one point, so I started smoking very early on, and I was not happy about that. I was like, oh no, my noob piloting skills might cost me this dogfight. And we were firing the homing missiles at each other, and even a new pilot can avoid homing missiles, except myself, because I flew right into one head on like an idiot. So we went ahead and we switched to, he's using those explosive cannons on the Hydra, and I switched to the machine gun, and I was like, yeah, I don't know. I'm not impressed by any of the planes with the machine gun, but I was pleasantly surprised as I did wear down the Hydra with the machine guns. I was shocked by that. So it did take me a little bit, but I did get him a couple times. I think there were 2 passes where I got some bullets on him, and I did eventually wear him down. And surprisingly, another thing that I was surprised by, first of all, this thing, the Nokota, took a missile, did explode on one missile, just started smoking. But the thing I was most impressed by is how long I was able to fly around before this thing cuts out. I outlasted the Hydra, which I'm just saying, if you got 2 really good pilots, a Nokota versus a Hydra or a laser, I'm expecting the jet to win. But I think this Nokota put up one hell of a fight. I don't think you can deny that. So I like the speed of this fighter plane. I like the defense on it, as it takes a missile and it gives you a chance to jump out or continue fighting. It's up to you. And so in the price, I mean, with the trade price, even with a non-trade price, if you don't have the trade price, that's not that big of a deal. It's still only 1.8 million. So yeah, between how agile it is and the speed, its defense, the countermeasures, yeah, this plane is definitely worth the sell price. So yes, it's a big thumbs up from us here at the channel. It's definitely a yay. You will not be disappointed with purchasing the Nokota while on sale, if not even at regular price, to be honest. I was impressed by this plane quite a bit. So that's it for our yay or nay. Big thumbs up for the P-45 Nokota. Go ahead and buy it, and you will be happy you did. Okay? And as always, go ahead and subscribe for more GTA 5 online content. And you can follow us over at our Instagram at StraightSmokeYT. And I will be back tomorrow with a Red Dead Online video and letting you guys know what you can do to be ready for the DLC that hits this coming Tuesday. Alright guys, we'll see you tomorrow.